When it comes to fictional fights and power scaling, some popular characters you might think of in this niche are Kratos, Asura, Gojo, Sukuna, Ichigo, Aizen, Raiden from Metal Gear, etc. Well, what if I told you that there's a character that can beat all of these guys, especially his opponent that we're going to be talking about today, which is Kratos. You might think this character comes from a well-known live-action film, a comic, anime, manga, or even a video game. Not even close. This character comes from the well-renowned childhood series known as Sesame Street, a show mainly catered towards, I think, most likely children 5 and up, so they can understand what's going on. And the character in the series we're talking about is none other than Elmo himself. What you think is merely a show about simple jokes and education with likely just human level if not below human levels of power is actually a lot more than that, which we'll get into after we cover his opponent. Starting with Kratos, the Ghost of Sparta, and now known as the God of War, we'll be covering all of his most relevant feats in the series using any bits of the video games and the lore that we can come across. Starting off with strength, his most well-known feat is lifting up the 9 realms in God of War 4. People think this feat is infinite due to it holding the realms. However, this has been confirmed to be only millions of tons or more, considering he actually just lifted Tyr's temple, and his lifting strength has nothing to do with the realms. More impressive, however, is the feat they go off of in God of War 3, where Athena says she ascended to a higher plane of existence, which would make her 4D, and Kratos is even stronger than her.
You Spartan.
I don't...
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
You still appear to be an Olympian.
Appearances can be deceiving, Kratos.
So can the children of Olympus.
Perhaps. But remember, my death came by your blade.
My blade was meant for Zeus. Be quick with your words.
As we speak, the war for Olympus rages.
Though I'll admit this is being really generous, considering this is something still in debate as to whether it even has qualitative superiority or an infinite difference in power or transcendence compared to lower 3D planes of existence, which seems to be being argued more nowadays. But we'll be generous and just say Kratos is 4D. Not that it even really matters once we explain Elmo later on. For speed, a common feat often used is the one where Kratos reacts to Helios' light in-game, which in lore was stated to light up the entirety of the underworld, which is infinite in size. This, however, has been debunked, with it merely just being game art that they used for this, or statements that aren't even that credible to begin with, which I'll leave the channel of the person who debunked it in the description. In other words, at max, this would make Kratos MFTL plus or massively faster than light plus. As for hacks, some of his most notable hacks are conceptual manipulation, soul hacks via the claws of Hades, fire manipulation, ice manipulation, and environmental destruction with the blades of chaos, potential immortality negation with the blade of Olympus, and potential immortality himself since he stabbed himself with it and didn't actually die from it, or at least a resistance to immortality negating attacks to a certain extent, paralysis with the Medusa head, electricity manipulation, attack redirection, and finally resistance to cold temperatures, as he went through the icy cold weathers in God of War 4 and Ragnarok with barely even a whole shirt on, and he could even still fight. And that's mainly a few, and the most notable ones, really. Now let's get into Elmo's scaling. The feats for him will be basing on the movie known as Sesame Street, Elmo Saves Christmas. You should definitely watch this, by the way. It's probably the most autistic movie you'll ever watch. Starting with strength, right at the beginning, he helps pull Santa down from the chimney. If we highball this and say Santa weighs as much as a human can weigh, then this would put Elmo's strength at peak human level. However, thankfully, his strength isn't even his most powerful asset. After doing this, Santa says he can pick between 2 gifts, a pink bear or a magical snow globe. Santa then explains that this gives Elmo 3 wishes and he can wish for anything he wants. Elmo first wishes for a glass of water, which comes true, and Santa further reiterates how it can wish for anything by stating what he could have wished for instead, giving him some better ideas like a castle, a building, and more.
But you could have had anything.
A diet soda?
A castle. A kingdom.
Yeah.
A fire engine. A real one.
Elmo then uses his second wish to wish for Christmas every day, which comes true.
Every day. Starting right away. Okay. Wish, 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 wish. Where's Elmo's wish? Everything looks the same. Where's Christmas every day?
Things were quiet at Santa's workshop. The elves had finished making Christmas toys and were planning their vacations, when suddenly...
Hey, what's going on?
The Christmasometer is bleeping. The toy machine is going again.
What exactly does this mean?
It's Christmas again?
But we just had Christmas.
Well, we got it again. Workstations, everyone. Let's move them out.
If we base his hacks off feats alone, then Elmo's wishing hacks are planetary, considering his second wish affected the entirety of Earth. Based on statements, however, his hacks are uni, or possibly even universal plus, meaning infinite 3D to possibly baseline 4D. As for speed, Santa gives Elmo a special reindeer as a means to travel further in time to see what it's like to have Christmas every day, and how it's affecting people in the world. This reindeer is later explained to be so fast, it has movement beyond time, which allows it to do this. Elmo should scale to this, since when he rode the reindeer across time, he could not only move and perceive the world around which he was traveling, but he was also talking to the reindeer, telling him what he wants and where he wants to land. Elmo can see the changes in time as they are moving. And the reason why Elmo took the reindeer instead of doing it himself is because Santa said the reindeer could work for him and pull his sleigh someday if he did this for Elmo. Basically, Elmo wanted to help out.
So I brought you your own special sleigh and a reindeer you know to pull it. Come on over here.
What? Lightning!
Check it out, Elmo.
You're going for a sleigh ride.
A sleigh ride! Yay!
Where did Santa Claus want him to go?
To the future.
What's the future?
The future is tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and the day after that.
And the day after that?
That's right. You see, lightning could take him there because he could fly very fast. Faster than time.
Whoa!
Now, Lightning,
Yes, sir.
I want you to fly past the morning sunrise into the days after tomorrow. So Elmo can see what Christmas will be like next springtime, when it's warm, and next summer, when it's hot, and next winter, at Christmas time. So Elmo can really see if he really likes Christmas every day. Now, Lightning, do this well, and maybe someday you can help pull Santa's sleigh.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Ah! Hey, you got your snow globe in your backpack?
Yes, Santa.
I'd go with you, but thanks to you, I'm going down chimneys again. Now get going.
Giddy up, Lightning!
Here we go. We have liftoff.
Christmas every day. Why didn't I give him the pink bear?
And so, lightning carried Elmo out of snowy winter. Elmo looked down and saw the world getting greener and greener until a puff of warm wind suddenly told Elmo it was springtime.
This is fun!
We're coming in on on Sesame Street. I thought I was. Where should we land?
The cart!
Hold on.
This ultimately gives Elmo immeasurable levels of speed. Lowballed, this would be MFTL+, seeing as they travel across the entire Earth multiple times, starting from Sesame Street, which canonically takes place in New York. Furthermore, on the side of hacks and resistances, Elmo is flying in space, and depending on how far you think he was away from Earth and its atmosphere, this means he can breathe and last in space. Even more impressive, however, is his acausality. When Elmo travels to different points in time, there's always only one of him. There aren't multiple Elmos when he time travels. This means you can't just go back or forward in time and kill Elmo and he dies in the present, since there's only one of him. Consequently, this would also make it so he has infinite wishes, as he goes back in time not only to before he wished for Christmas every day, but he has the option again of getting the snow globe from Santa again, meaning he can just repeat this over and over again for infinite wishes. So, how does this fight ultimately go down between Kratos and Elmo? Well, Kratos is obviously stronger both in lifting and striking naturally without any hacks. He could be anywhere from continental to planetary to 4D using Athena. His speed ranges from MFTL+ to infinite if you ignore the underworld debunks, and he has a plethora of hacks at his disposal. However, even when highballing Kratos to 4D with infinite speed, this still isn't enough for our little red friend. Already, he can't even touch or affect Elmo given the speed difference, as immeasurable speed sees even infinite speed as 0 in movement, so Kratos would literally be completely still in Elmo's view. Given the fact that we highballed Kratos to 4D, it's only fair and actually probably more reasonable to highball Elmo to 4D as well via hacks. There's nothing in God of War to imply Kratos can survive existence erasure, fate manipulation, or someone wishing something to happen to him. This means with the snow globe, Elmo can just wish him out of existence along with the verse. He can wish to be just as strong, if not stronger than Kratos. He can wish for Kratos to lose his powers, and much more. Even if, for instance, when being generous, and we say Elmo can't do any of this on Kratos as he currently is, he can just time travel via immeasurable speed and kill Kratos that way. Meanwhile, Kratos literally cannot do anything to Elmo. The winner is Elmo, and he also slams V1 and all of the other characters I mentioned previously. Thanks for watching.
Wish, 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 wish.